Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sponsored by Andrea Mason, Press Play, Plan Life According to You, LLC. Take care of your mental health. Find inner peace by rediscovering and loving you for who you truly are. Take advantage of this exclusive offer and choose to press play today. Thank you.
And pretty much go through the biography of Jay Lyric, man, and how he came about and why he came about. A lot of people don't know Jay Lyric is actually an acronym. It actually stands for something. I ain't gonna give it here again. That's gonna be for the show, but I'm gonna let them know where that acronym came from, and like I said, how and
so
why.
It's kind of like a I'm trying not necessarily an introduction, but basically. What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlowe. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms. Just to name a few: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, X, all that, you name it. So many social medias. If you type in Buzzing With Marlowe, we're pretty much there. But guys, most importantly, you can check us out on audio platforms as well. I know I need to get better on that. Obviously, we've been only doing commission talks on Saturdays lately. But I really thought we really could get some original Buzzing With Marlowe content back as well. So I'm really excited about today. Guys, as you know, I'm a guy that, got into pro wrestling, stuff like that. And then, of course, I fell in love, obviously, when pro wrestling was kind of slightly taken at that time. I fell in love with a particular sport called flag football. And needless to say, man, flag football was my new love for anything. Just good Lord have mercy. It was a relief. I had a blast with everything, stuff like that. And, it was just awesome, just simply awesome. But speaking of flag football, did anybody catch that big Fanatics football game that we had last weekend? Obviously, the biggest talk was Tom Brady coming back from his retirement. Everybody calling him the GOAT, all this stuff. He has just admitted that, Myles Jarrett wasn't down. So, it's kind of still bitter a little bit, it's tough. It's tough sometimes, knowing that he admit Jaguars should have won the Super Bowl one year. But yeah, obviously, seeing Tom Brady, retire, I can't take anything from him. Tom Brady is what we say, man, the GOAT. Dude went to Tampa. The team was trash as can be, and they won. He took them and won the dang gum Super Bowl. The first year, him and Gronk just went over there and just took it. And I mean, not even a thought, just took it. But as I said, Tom Brady and Gronk played together last Saturday. Real exciting game. I really thought it was a really, good comparison, good matchups and stuff like that. Certain things that really had a lot of entertaining aspects to it. A lot of interesting concepts of flag football, and I think a lot of people got more of a view and aspect of what flag football was. Obviously, for me, flag football, 3 downs, offense, defense. You can either play 4-man or 5s. Those are the only 2 formats I really have ever played. There's a 7-man as well, but 4s and 5s, 4-man, man-to-man defense, 5-man. You realize that extra man really is either it can mind trick you or it can be the best thing in the world for you. I think a lot of people, especially the Hall of Famers, the legends, and the players that play in the NFL now to this day, got to have a really dose of the flag football, real analogy and format of how it's supposed to go. But I mean, it was entertaining. I think this is the most I've ever seen anybody talk about flag football as much. You're on a TV show, you're just streaming on YouTube, and something's going to pop up. Flag football's fanatics. People have been talking about that game since it happened, since that Saturday. And I think it's either been, I think most of it's all been positive. Some of it, yeah, you're going to have those people. You're going to have those people. But, I mean, it was a very exciting game, and I think it needed to happen because obviously there was a controversy thing about one of the Team USA players, quarterback, actually one of the best guys in flag football, Daryl Hoosh, made a comment saying something about saying that his IQ of flag football, let me add that, of flag football, he was better than Pat Mahomes. And the reason what he was talking about when he said that concept, and a lot of people took it a very, very wrong way, took it in a whole different aspect, was he was saying just because you're an NFL superstar, NFL Hall of Famer, all this, doesn't mean you take a spot from the guys that have tried out for these trials, done these preliminaries, all these things, won the gold medals out of state, out of countries. You take their spot just because of your name, just based off of what you've done in NFL football, not flag football. Because my biggest worry was when they first agreed that the Olympics were going to take flag football as an Olympic sport, my biggest worry was they're just going to put these NFL guys and just push them over the original Team USA guys just based off their name, based off of what they do on Sundays and not how they actually play in flag football. And I think this game right here really helped the committee, helped everything kind of figure out what team would technically be the one to represent Team USA. Obviously, it could also be an encouragement for the players that played. I got to give a big shout out to Logan Paul. I like to play rush. That's one of my main positions that I play usually on Saturdays on flag football or sometimes on Tuesdays. You always go for the pressure. You always go to pressure the QB. And I think Logan Paul did a phenomenal job with it. Dude proved that he can really hang. And he hung with Tom Brady, man. The biggest talk, I think, in that game was obviously Tom Brady versus Logan Paul. Obviously, with me, a pro wrestling fan, WrestleMania is literally 2 weeks away, and it's in Vegas. Tom Brady owns the Raiders, so who knows what's going to happen with that. But, guys, I'm not going to waste any more time because I have an awesome guest for us today. One of the guys that actually played in the Fanatics flag football game last weekend. Um, he is a phenomenal corner. I mean, the dude is locked down. Usually, you're going to see this man get a pick every game. There's not one game he doesn't get a pick. Um, I mean, this dude, I think the title says it's best, man. From just playing for fun, now representing your country. A guy from Jacksonville, Florida, uh, just playing for flag football, man. Going traveling these out of town, win these tournaments to win money and stuff like that to get more. So, man, I'm not gonna waste any more time, guys. We are gonna be joined with the one, the only Jamie Kennedy, Team USA's own, and he is here now. What up, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to be here. How
Man,
you doing?
I think I've seen your smiley face. I've seen the Odell Beckham catch. I've seen you hawk down Joe Burrow. I've seen these clips over. I felt like everything that I looked on my phone, something was of that flag football game.
Yeah, that's the algorithm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
You feel like
yeah.
a celebrity yet, or you just feel like that's just another day?
um, I don't know, man. I try
Still,
not to.
still, still new, right?
Yeah, it's that. It's very new. That's what it is. Very new. I
So,
was
man.
at a just that I was just at a league that I go to for like 3 years now in Jacksonville. Jack's Frey.
Hmm.
And I was just out there, and I go out there again. Now I'm signing autographs. Two little kids. I'm signing two little kids autographs. Like, are you on Team USA? Like, like, and taking pictures. Like, so it's just like it's very different for me. And I'm like, oh man, I just want to just come out here, have my little, with my friends, everybody, and just hang out. And I got noticed that things changing. So that's just the real new part about that. It was kind of cool.
I think that's pretty dope, man. Like,
Yeah, it's kind
and
of dope.
I think it's cool, man. When you see I mean, you got Cam Newton over there freaking rocking a Team USA jersey
You see
on
that?
his podcast and stuff like that. Now, Cam's gonna be Cam.
Yeah.
To be honest with it. Now, I do want to know, and I'm not gonna ask you to trash anything or whatever, because obviously the biggest point of this game, I think, I'm really glad. I actually want to know if you know how this game got started, because I mean, in reality, let's just be real with it. They were going to just let this be known. Hey, there's a Team USA team, but this is an opportunity, because I think when we saw the Pro Bowl, what's going on, Tino? Um, when we saw the Pro Bowl, you saw some of the legends, Joe Montana and them, trying to encourage these guys. Hey, look at this and see if you can go win a gold medal for the country. And I started seeing that, and I kind of got a little upset at that time, because I'm sitting there like, man, I think they're gonna do it. And I think y'all even thought the same concept sometimes, because dude, people don't realize y'all have to compete regularly to stay on Team USA.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
is unheard of. I remember when I talked to Bobo a couple of times, because I remember when he first tried. I remember when Dallas tried out for him, and he's like, "Man, I might have made this month, but you still got to try out the next month, the next month, the next month." I'm just like, "Whoa!" Like that is way too much at
Mhm.
sometimes, and I think that would be stressful, because it's like, okay, I solidified for this one, but now I got to go try out for the following one. Like, how is that for you?
It's um I've been competing like all my life.
Hmm.
So for me, competing is kind of normal.
Hmm.
So it's been very cool though, the experiences and things happening with flag football. But when it comes to the part of just, it having to happen over and over and competing, that's just I'm used to. So it's a regular for me, to be honest.
All right, man. So obviously, the biggest question: if nobody knows who you are, Jamie, I just know you by J Day. I think that's the only thing I've ever called you. Everything. So when you say your name's Jamie Kennedy, I was just like, I knew the last name, but I was just like, bro, that's actually a cool name. Like you even have a celebrity's name in the same concept.
Yes,
So it's
sir.
like, man. But man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are. If nobody knows who you are, bro.
Well, I'm originally from Pompano Beach, Florida. Uh, I have, let's say, I have 11 brothers. I am number 7 out of 11. So let's just say football been a big part of my life for a long time. Um, what I'm into, like, just to say a background, just real quick, I'm into, just helping the youth and building them up is something that I didn't think that was believable. So, and the fact that it has become believable, I just want to, give that back and that hope and knowing that you ain't always got to go the path that probably was set for you, that you thought was set for you. And you can mess around and commit to something else, and then something else can come out of what you were doing. Just keeping your head down and keep going, and something can just pop up. So that's just been my big thing. And another thing about myself, I'm big on family. Uh, that's just my huge thing. I'm a mama's boy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm football is just, yeah, like I said, been a part of my life all my life. Tackle, except like what's really weird is my mom was really against flag football when I was younger. She did not want me to play flag football. So it wasn't something that I was, I guess, interested in. But because of my mom, my big brother played it though. But because of my mom, but just things, don't go as planned, as I said. And flag football was that up for me. And Pablo, y'all know
Shout
Pablo.
out to Pablo, man.
Pablo, he knew I was in the funk, down. Hey, I got this flag football game coming up. Come on, I'm gonna come get you. Not voluntarily. He ain't say, hey, do you want to come or not? No, it's, hey, I'm gonna come get you. Let's go. And man, we would never just like we just started like we'd never think like we just started going and playing and for to lead up something like this is just wild. So it's been a journey. But
I
that's
I
and
think
that's J Day.
yeah, man. I think the craziest thing is flag football's been out forever. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I'm just glad flag football has gotten presented now to like how we see it when we play in these leagues and playing these out of town tournaments because flag football's had a bad name to it, but
Mhm.
look what it's done for the women. Look what it's done for the youth when it comes to sports now. Like, bro, you can get an NIL deal in flag football now. And in
Mhm.
a way, people got to thank people like you for that, for Team USA, because in reality, if it weren't for what y'all's guys could do to showcase this game, and y'all have had went through some hell to get to where y'all are now, where this program is what it is. Because I mean, I thought it was so cool, and we're going to talk about the game, obviously. Um, but obviously, man, there's so much more games you could talk about. Even though as good as that game was and what it was a statement. But man, if people really want to see how good y'all are, play against teams like Mexico, play in China, like y'all have played every out of country team. Like it's unreal. Like people don't realize when they were sitting there making these statements about y'all. I'm sitting there, I'm like, they don't realize this team hasn't really lost at all
Mhm.
in these
Mhm.
games. Like y'all would get upset if y'all were not up by like 3 scores because that's considered like a loss to y'all. Like people don't really understood like
Yeah, they
what
really does.
really that format really is the concept. So like for you to say, hey, I was in that funk. Shout out to Pablo. Pablo's been playing for a
for
long
sure.
time.
For sure.
I mean, I remember I seen Pablo a couple of times when we played in Tampa. I mean, oh my gosh, man. I was just like, this dude is never tired. Never tired. And it's like I'd see him play like 5 different formats in these games. I'm sitting like, dude, I'm hurting after 3. Like he's in like 5 or 6, and he did the gauntlet and everything else. I'm like, oh no, that's too much for me.
Baller. It's just, yeah. It was definitely a lot of football. I had to cut back for sure on that.
So, what got you to want to try out for Team USA? What was actually the build for that? Because you were just basically, with a certain team that you would travel out of town, y'all would go win the money prize, whatever it was, and I mean, and just keep repeating the same concept.
To be honest, it was what that USA push was. It came from Sick with It, BA. And then because he kind of brought it to my attention on the recruitment system, and then I had went to a tournament one time, and then I think it was in Chicago, and then I had went to a tournament in Chicago, and then was playing out there, and then just I'm not sure who it was, but then they just asked me to come to the tent and fill out the stuff and do what I had to do to get recruited. That's when they had the bands. You remember the black and white bands? So that's when they had the black and white bands. So we was we was out there playing, and that's really how that USA thing really started.
Hey, that's still crazy. Like I want you to tell a little bit about that experience, because like we said before, y'all have to constantly compete to stay at the position y'all are. Like, dude, in a wrestling concept, man, you're like a champion, and you're having to go town to town, defend that belt every single week, and you have to be at that same mentality that you did to win that championship, because the next person is just chomping at that bit. Some of those guys have been trying out for years just to get that spot. I mean, obviously, shout out to Team USA. They did a great documentary on YouTube. I just finally watched recently. You didn't have a little showcase in there. I guess you just didn't want to be in it much.
Yeah, I don't.
Which was
I'm,
shocking. Laval didn't either. And I'm like, dude, this motherfucker will talk for days.
yeah, look, camera shy.
Yeah, man. I think it was, and it was really cool what they showed because I think they showed behind the scenes like, hey man, they have to go to these camps, try out with all the best guys on there. There's not one bad guy on that roster going in there. And obviously one of your former teammates, Bobo. Shout out to Bobo, man. Bobo just made the team again. But in that documentary, he didn't make the team. And he just came back from winning a gold medal with them and stuff like that. And that just shows how tough that is to really make that roster.
That, like I said, Sick with It. I played defense. That was a big help to the game. Other than like my Rat, I don't know if you know Rat, but Rat and like my main Mike from Miami. I don't know if you know those guys, but they really like showed me the game. But Bobo, when I got linked in with Bobo, that's when things was like, okay, I see what you see. Okay, thank you. Like it's just the whole. So that's why shout out. Yeah, he reads it like shout. And that's why shout out to Bobo. Like I had to make that be known, because that's my guy. I appreciate it.
When I finally got Bobo in one game and we scored on an overtime drive, Bobo was pissed on it, but I took that with pride because I was like, dude, Bobo is the toughest son of a gun on the field to play with. Like he literally, like you just said, man, Bobo knows the ins and outs and he plays everything. He doesn't
Mhm.
hesitate to go on defense. He doesn't hesitate to go on offense. If you need to play center, play center. If you want to play quarterback, he play quarterback. Like he knows that game so freaking well, and
Yes.
especially BA, man. I think BA don't get a lot of respect for what he has because BA dude comes in the same mentality and he can probably be tired. He could have half of a broken leg, and that boy is still gonna give you 100% into
Mhm.
that game every
Mhm.
single time. So it's like I remember every time we go to out of town tournaments that the typical teams, we got the high five, you got our team, you got the Apex team, you had all y'all sick with it and stuff like that. Sick with it. Y'all got like 5 or 6 formats y'all are playing in. High five or 6 formats they playing in. Mike Adams in the wet. They're playing in about 2 to 3 formats in the wet. And
Mhm.
it was like the typical teams always ranking up. But the one guy that always had a win, had a championship, was BA. BA's team, y'all's team, would literally win almost every damn tournament. We were almost at every single time in pro and whatever limit that they had. Like
Mhm.
it was just mind blowing because I was just like, dang man, BA he looks old as could be, and I'm like, this dude plays so good and it's simple, and he makes that position look so easy at the same time. You can't duplicate it. You can't
Yeah.
duplicate him on the
Yeah.
field,
Mhm.
especially with him and Bobo together.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
That was a time. I tell you what, I miss it. It was a time.
I was wondering because I mean, obviously, sick with it. I guess it's just everybody's getting old, whatever. But I mean, y'all been a team for years. My gosh, I mean, y'all in tournaments and stuff. Everybody's like, "Yeah, we playing sick with it. Here we go again."
Mhm. That was a time.
Championship round. Here we go.
I'm telling you. We're to go home, and we ain't trying to go home.
And it was never one other concept. Everyone had to double dip y'all to win a championship every single time. It was not because y'all would always come in there, always, always winning. And it was like, all right, man, we playing sick with it. Ah, great. Have they lost one? Nah. Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be a journey today. But man, like now let's talk about you going into the Team USA thing. Like talk a little bit about going into that facility and like how eye opening that something like just an ordinary thing that we've been playing for so long. You're seeing in a bigger view and stuff like that. So how was all that?
Just honestly mind blowing, and let me say, I thank God for just that. Just being, just it's my first time, not just for flag football, but this is my first time, period, being like treated like as a professional. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Well, I was in college, but it's just a more of a kind of a
It's
light.
different.
So it's cool walking in like new places, and it's, man, the experience, yeah, just it's cool just looking at it. Like this was a dream at one point, but for a whole different matter. You know what I mean? But now it's like I'm doing this for flag football. So it's like, man, it makes you wanna, be that athlete, Like you walk in that thing like, yeah,
I'm
I'm
here.
I'm here. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think I wanna, give that up. So it's kind of cool, man. Definitely experience, a dream come true, and I try to share it as much as I can because I know so many people poured into me in flag. Like, so it's like I'm mad it didn't happen for them, but
Mhm.
like, so I
Dang,
gotta I
man.
gotta take advantage of it. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean that's the best way to put it. Like, so where was the most eye opening when it comes to like making that team? Like, what was the most eye opening? Was it when you made the team or when you finally got to travel country wise?
The biggest eye opener to the team. I want to say the trials. The trials. Well, mm, Nah, the actual tournament. My first tournament was definitely an eye opener to actually being non-contact. Like, yes, that was the biggest. Yeah, definitely the try. I mean, tournament, because I'm like, hey, I can't touch him. So many people for a flag football game. I'm playing for a medal. Wait, I'm on USA. Wait, hold up. Like, it's like all like clicking and all like one like. I'm like, wait, hold up, wait. Then I see something and look at a post, and then I'm like, man, people been trying to do this forever. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, ah. So yeah, it was the game, definitely the game. It was fun. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man. That's cool, man. That I still think that's the coolest thing in the world. Like you just said, man, you wanted that. This was supposed to be a bigger dream. I think this is something that every athlete says. Like, obviously, I love pro wrestling,
Mhm.
and I think I quote a lot of people. Obviously, my favorite all time is The Rock. Um, I love how he always tells people that made it to the NFL, hey, y'all are living my dream and stuff like that. So it's like, I think that's really cool that you get to live something like, it's in the concept of it might not have been what you had that goal for the longest time, but in the same concept, like you just said, thank God that I made what this is. Like, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. Like, I've been working my tail off for this from day one. So it's like, seeing that concept and seeing the growth of that. I mean, it's it's just really freaking cool, man. And it couldn't happen to any better person than you, Laval, Bobo, Pablo. And man, when I first went out of town and we played freaking Tax Guru, man, my goodness, everybody kept telling us that team, they're gonna be everywhere, and that Miami team as well. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what the team name was, but every time we would always have to get these new jerseys. Everybody's got new term or whatever. They would come in there, got the same uniforms, same things, and they always bring the same results. Whoop your tail every single tournament, man. It was a Miami team. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I want to say ESS. Was it ESS at the time?
Yeah, ESS.
ESS with Trunky.
Yep.
With yeah, Trunky and the
Yeah. So
guys.
like, I
Duke.
remember them, man. I remember every time, bro. And I learned quick, man. We gotta stop buying all these damn new uniforms all the time, too, man. Like, good lord. I think they were so cool when you come in and think like, man, I can't wait to get these uniforms. And then when you just start looking in your closet, like, all right, man, this is
It's
this is
racking
kind of
up.
out of hand.
Yep.
Either that, we got to stay with one team name.
Facts. Facts.
But man, all
Yeah,
right. So
box
let's
of them.
talk about it. Obviously, you won. Shout out to you. Definitely Team USA, man. Y'all have. I thought what was the craziest thing when they did announce that the Olympics was going to host flag football. Where were you? Where? How? What was all that? Was there a rumor going around that they were going to do this? Like, what was all that?
Uh, I when I found out, I think I was actually at work, and my girlfriend, shout out to her, she just texted me out of the blue like, oh, they're gonna put flag football in the Olympics 2028 type of deal. And then yeah, I'm like, nah, no, it ain't not. They ain't. That's not what's happening. But then I was like, oh, they did put breakdancing in there. You know what I mean? So maybe it can be true.
Yeah, that fell
So
off quick, huh?
so so I'm like, let me go do some research, and then I ended up seeing it, and then that's when they started talking about it, and then um yeah, we had a meeting, but it was more so just based on what they told us, on TV. It was the same stuff. Everything is the same.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was. We found out when y'all found out when Jalen Hurts throwing that football into the The
Oh
flame.
yeah, so that was the announcement. Yeah, it was on that
Mm-hmm.
commercial. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That was by sort of first thing we seen.
that's
So,
insane. That
mm-hmm.
that that that's an eye opening too. Like it's finally getting that representation. It- like I tell people, man, flag football's been out forever. It's just flag football's always been labeled as, oh, it's a safer sport, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'll tell you what, when you play with a guy like Bobo, you play a guy like Jamie Harper and them like that, man.
What?
Uh,
Can't get real physical.
Boggs, I mean, just to name a good little bit, they got your flag, but you gonna feel a shoulder in your side too with it. I mean, good
Get
lord.
physical.
But
Yes.
I mean, so obviously, flag football's got so many different labels, so many different formats, so many different rules, and I think obviously we're gonna talk about the big game, obviously with the Fanatics. I know that was something meaningful for y'all, just for an experience. Like
Mhm.
y'all have deserved that for a long time, and I think now the representation for Team USA, y'all got the respect level for sure. Because I listened to a podcast. I don't know if you listen to them, Bussing with the Boys. They're former Tennessee Titan players and stuff like that, and they've done this podcast. And they were talking about like, man, there ain't nobody beating us in the Olympics. Like they were talking about, man, talking about y'all, like, man, offense to defense, them guys didn't give any yards up. They didn't waste a breath on these people. Beating guys like Tom Brady, like that. Like, how is that knowing that people are literally just regularly talking about y'all like y'all are in the NFL or something like that? Like, what was that experience like that whole week?
The whole week. It was it was it was it was cool. It was let me say it was
Was
a
it a
dream.
last minute choice, or they like build this up and told y'all, hey man, in a month we're thinking about doing this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty much like that. But it was supposed to be somewhere else. Uh,
Yeah, it was in Saudi, right?
yeah, Saudi, and then they ended up bringing it here. So it was like just that quick of a switch up. We was kind of scrambling, I guess,
Mhm.
but we they gave us a good amount of time. Yeah, they gave us a good amount of time, and we had was like, shoot, you want to, y'all ready? On the go. We said, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? So it's like just that quick of a like turn. It wasn't like, let's say a month. They gave us like a month in advance or 3 weeks.
Mhm.
So it was kind of quick. And then the week, we just, man, the whole week was just so a dream, man. And I'll be trying to not you try to stay humble as possible with saying what it was, but
No,
it's like
man, say it how exactly how
it
you
was a
feel.
dream.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
man.
this was
It was a dream come true actually, just to meet so many
flag
people.
football,
Yeah,
and y'all getting treated like that, man.
right, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know it's different when you got the police escort, you on the highway, the police escort going on. Like, man, yeah, it was a time for sure, man. And it was even more. It was just even better knowing that everybody was just so kind. Like, I had to ask my girl, I'm like, man, you think they getting paid to be so kind? But everybody was just so cool, man. It was a fun time out there, man.
I
It
know,
was
obviously, the biggest thing. So how? So what did they say to y'all? So like, did they say, hey, y'all are gonna play guys like Tom Brady and them like this,
yeah. They gave
or?
us like a yeah. They said yeah, and then they gave us like a list, but it basically they just said y'all. It may be current, maybe former type of deal.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then yeah, it's like we gonna run it in. We gonna run it anyway. So let's go have some
You weren't
fun.
nervous at all or nothing, huh?
I I, I wasn't as
Lining
nervous
up
as
with
I should
Odell
have.
Beckham and guys like that. You weren't nervous lining up with this guy.
I was nervous,
Sit
but
there looking at us like, damn, I didn't know this dude was this big.
Nah, man, he not that bigger than me actually.
No, but I'm saying like the way that obviously you see them on TV, they look,
Oh,
they look
facts,
like they're
facts,
like
facts, facts,
just
facts,
abnormal. I remember when
facts.
I played basketball and I was so big on Steve Nash because like I was like, man, this little guy, whatever. And I saw the dude in person. I was like, you look so much smaller on TV. Like, what in the world?
Yeah,
So
compared to
like,
everybody else. Yeah.
so you line up with Odell Beckham, you line up with, some of the best receivers that you could possibly go with, man. Like, gosh, bro. How would that overall feel like that whole build to momentum and stuff like that? Like,
It's,
and to deliver at the most part too. Like y'all delivered. That's the thing I think that means the most.
man, like to be honest, man, we play this game so much, and as a tackle football player coming into flag football, knowing that there's a difference, like, man, I like you say, guard knows guys. It was like, yeah, like, oh man, this Odell Beckham, this I can't let certain things happen. So I guess I was kind of nervous on those type of aspects because of them making a play, But just me knowing the game and just I think I know it a little more.
You were
It kind
you
of,
were behind Laval, and they did not know what a rush was to save
you
that.
know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, man, I'm like, they don't even know what they just signed their show for a four type of deal. So, but it was like, yeah, man. But it's like you watch them run their routes and you watch them play. It's like they can be good at the game. It's not like they can't be good at the game. But it's out there. I was good, like knowing, like I know the game more. So
Mhm.
that's what
Hey,
kind of settled. That's what kind of settled me a little bit.
so y'all won, y'all made a point, whatever. So like, what was your mindset? Was your mindset still strictly on like we need to represent, show us something or whatever, or like you just said, more humble and just appreciative? Like it wasn't as bad as built up because I mean we gotta be real. Social media and just online itself has put a big mockery into what that game was in concept because in reality y'all could have just literally said yeah man we beat their ass, but
Mhm.
y'all have been sitting there saying like man they have treated us with respect, especially Hoosh, because Hoosh has been taking so much backlash since he
Mhm.
made that one video and that thing went insanely viral, which would have been interesting to have Pat Mahomes out there knowing that that would have been the whole concept of what that whole build. But I think it was okay knowing it was Tom Brady out there instead. But I mean, seeing that and seeing that y'all bringing a whole different attitude to that because y'all could have came out there a lot more angry and stuff because a lot of people looked at y'all like y'all were like just there. Be
Mhm.
appreciative that y'all are even in this game. We think the Founders versus Wildcats, and that's the teams that are going to be in this finals. They're going to go and represent. One of them's going to take over, and we're going to show y'all that y'all are not the real talent. Like to see
Mhm.
what that whole build and whole that mentality was, it's just more appreciative. And like you just said, man, y'all getting escorts, y'all getting all these little cool treatments. Like
Mhm.
y'all were, and like you just said, like, bro, I'm still rocking this belt with flags on, and I'm making this a living now. Like you pinch me, like this is a real thing. Flag
Mhm.
football, and I am signing autographs, and I'm doing these things. Like people are probably looking at, like, hey man, where's this Team USA jersey? I need a
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy, number 21. Like it's just really cool to see these things because, like I said, man, it's been long overdue for this sport. Like when COVID happened, I really felt like flag football had a chance to grow because, like they said, there wasn't supposed to be a lot of contact, and they were looking at putting flag football into a different vision
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And I kept saying, man, they keep playing around with the way that football's officiating and stuff like that. They're going to start looking at flag football as a more serious thing. But
Mhm.
now, since the Pro Bowl and stuff like that, they thought this was going to be an easy run through, and they got a whole different realization. And I think when you listen to Tom Brady on the press conference talking about, hey man, the next Pro Bowl, whatever, he even recommended, he's like, I want some of the Team USA guys or some of the original flag football players teaching these guys how to actually play this game. Because Tom even said it, he's like, that didn't make me not want to play this again. It made me want to continue and to try it out more. So like that, I thought that was a really cool thing. But man, I think that's really cool, man. You got Kevin Hart, all these different guys on your thing. I thought that was really cool to do, man. But hey, so what's next? Like, obviously, y'all, shout out to you, shout out to Bobo, shout out to all the guys in Jacksonville that made Team USA again. So like, what's next for you, bro?
Oh, no
you're
way. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So like, what's next for you? We're about to wrap it up pretty soon.
Hey, what's next is back to work, trials, one training camp, one trials. So back to work and back to the competing.
Hey man, I love it, man.
Got
Jamie, man, I appreciate you doing this, bro. And like I said, man, I was yelling at my TV like I was watching the Jaguars play a game, man. Like, obviously y'all were winning, so that's a little different. But it was really cool just to see that thing. And I love how there's been so much positive people talking about, like, hey man, this flag football game was very entertaining. Like, y'all were on what was it? What was that daggum channel? And Fox, I mean, for Fox to take what they had out of that, man, was really cool. Like,
yeah, that was, yeah.
Just to be advertised like that was really that was really cool, man. And I said, man,
man.
And you still just trying. And I know you're trying to calm down from it. And then when you just go on your phone, and you just see another slide. It's like, dang, it's still going.
That's what it's so I have so many like pictures and stuff for that past weekend. And it's like, I ain't make my post yet because I don't know how we can make posts. It's just so much that went on. Like I just don't know where to start. So
I love it, man. So you got anything you want to finish up on? Any shout outs or anything like that? Guys, make sure y'all check out Jamie. Y'all can check him out on YouTube. Y'all can check him on Facebook. You can go on social media and you just scroll and he's hawked down Joe Burrow somewhere around there. But, yeah, I think that's the main highlight everyone's got of you is literally hawking Joe Burrow down. Obviously, you don't want the other one talked about, but I mean, hey, it happens. That's the only bad thing about defense, bro. You're going to get scored on. It's just a matter of sometimes you're going to prevent it. So it is what it is.
It's a scoring game for the offense, for sure. But sure, man. I want to shout out Infinite. Shout out Seismic, Shout out to my boy for the invite. Appreciate you. And Team USA, appreciate y'all. Everybody, the staff, the team, everything. Just another moment just to prove how good God is right now. Just being able to talk to you on the podcast and about the experience, man. And to know that we're flag brothers and we do this thing, every weekend, and they gave us the opportunity, and like you said, we went out there and we took it. So it was. When I celebrate, I don't just celebrate for me. I celebrate for the whole flag fam. Like they don't let us in the door for real. So.
And it ain't closing anytime soon.
It ain't closing. It ain't closing. So I just want to thank God for that, man. And thank you again for this, for
bro.
welcoming me and inviting me.
Thank you, man. Like like I said, man. Obviously I came in kind of late. Obviously, shout out to Sidney Smith and stuff like that. And and they call him Wick. And I thought just how good of a DB this guy was. And I felt like, he was, he's told me like he played him out of town and stuff like that. And then when I watched Sick with it, And I saw you playing on defense. You stood out on it. Everybody, when it came to that defense, I'm just like, damn, bro, he is not letting one thing by him. Like, you know, I just love that mentality because, bro, you're very quiet in the games, but you know your presence when you're in those games as well. Like, you cut up and stuff like that, but at the same time, bro, when it's game time, you're locked in. And it's like, you know, hey, don't throw it on his side. That island is covered. That thing is not going to happen. And then when I see these clips of you playing quarterback and playing on offense for Team USA, I'm just like, damn. And then I'm sitting you, and I remember the last one I saw you when we played the Jags tournament. I'm sitting like, damn, bro, this boy is jumping out of the fucking gym now. Like, good Lord. Like, I remember Ray was telling us, he's like, man, we just went to the gym, and this man already talking about he want to go play another game. Like, what in the world? This man never gets tired. So, like, it's just really cool to see that mentality and stuff and see what that has done for you. Because, like Ray was talking about, he's like, man, we just worked out, we ran, we did this. I can't keep up with this sucker anymore.
We be working, like man. We work. Yes, sir. I say we be working. We be working.
Hey, get his behind working, bro.
Yeah,
he's talking. Working. He talks. He'll talk. He's a phenomenal player too, though. But if he can get in shape, it's a wrap.
Yeah, shout out Ray, because I tell him that all the time. But I'm like, bro, you can get some sense on getting in shape. If he gets
in shape, bro, when he carried wet with 4 people playing offense and defense, and he stood out on everybody, I told Ray, I said, if you get in shape, you're dominating everything.
I keep telling him that. He don't listen to me. So,
Ray, if you listening, keep on that slim fast. Get on that slim fast, Ray. But Jamie, man, like I said, man, guys, thank y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all. Also, if you haven't, you go back on YouTube, watch the Team USA games. They obviously go type in, if y'all really want to watch some really good competition, type in Team USA versus Mexico. I mean, those games are tooth and nail biters, and they go to the wire. But guys, we want to thank y'all for watching. Guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification number. I tell you all the time, it's free 99. You can't go wrong. It's free. It's free. You like, share, and subscribe. That's it. That's all you got to do, and that builds a whole foundation for everybody here. But guys, this has been another episode of Buzzing with Marlowe. I'm Warren Marlowe. That's Jamie Kennedy, and we are out. Later.